up here and there in India who are helping the students for their preparation in civil service and all. So, do you think these kind of coaching centers are good for the students, or do they actually kill the genuine candidate? Because in a sense, those candidates who cannot afford these coaching centers fees, but they are good, but since they cannot afford this fees of the coaching center, they cannot, get the coaching from there. And those people who are getting the coaching because of their financial background. So in a sense, these coaching centers are actually killing this the essence of IT equality. Do you think so?
Sir, I don't think the coaching centers are killing the right to equality. First of all, sir, the plethora of coaching that are moving out in here and there in different cities of India. We have to see, sir, that there are online coaching centers also which are very economical for the preparation with maybe equivalent kind of quality. So I think those online coaching centers are affordable for almost everyone.
Have you taken any coaching classes for this preparation?
So for this preparation, I have specifically taken classes for GS.
So you definitely paid some fees over there.
Yes, online.
So in India, there are so many students who cannot afford these fees. So don't you think that's what I was asking you, that the right to equality is based on this particular concept that everybody should be given equal opportunity to become unequal. So those students who are not being able to get the coaching center facilities, they are not getting the opportunity to become unequal. So in a sense, we are privileged one, and that's why we get selected. And those who are also equally good, but since they're not being able to get the coaching center facilities because of financial background, they're not getting the advantage, they're lagging behind. So that is my point. As an administrator, don't you think it's a problem?
Sir, it's a problem, but I think that it is more important to look at there are certain government schemes and government courses and government institutes that are being run here and there, which also supports these kind of preparations.
So again, students from general category, they also get these facilities.
No, sir, not specifically, but there are coaching like there is a portal called Swayam Prabha, where open sourceware are available. So in those open courses, anyone can avail this.
Should we ban these coaching centers?
No, sir, I don't think we should ban because
if you ban, what kind of follow-up will be there?
Sir, first of all, their right will be devoid because
under which article?
Under article, sir, I do not recall the exact article, but it's the right to profession. And apart from that, sir, if we ban it, also there are coaching centers which are doing philanthropic work through that also. So those
name one. Those who are giving philanthropic work. One name.
Sir, there are multiple coaching centers, private coaching centers. Sir, apart from charging fee, there are certain seats that they provide for free for deserving a student.
So how they are fulfilling their economic needs?
Because sir, they are charging for the one who can pay.
Okay. Right, Kaushalindo, your biodata shows that you have got the experience. You are already working there as an assistant in Bihar Legislative Assembly Secretariat.
Yes.
So tell us something about Legislative Assembly Secretariat.
Sir, Legislative Assembly Secretariat is specifically designed to help the honorable members of the House in their day-to-day activities. Apart from serving their purpose like salary, pensions scheme, and also they help them, those members, in preparing their speeches in the House also. So there are certain sections which are specifically dedicated for that.
Do you have Legislative Council over here in Bihar?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bengal doesn't have. What is the reason?
Sir, Legislative Council creation or deletion is the power delegated to, I think, Rajya Sabha on request of the concerned assembly. So might be in future Bengal may have Legislative Council if they request.
So what is the need of this Legislative Council?
Sir, Legislative Council in a sense help in avoiding any hasty decision taken by the Assembly House, because yes, Assembly House members were elected and they are mostly represented in the government, so they may not have such experience that are available in the legislative council. So legislative council members are generally chosen from such a specific area, which carry a specific kind of experience, which will help in forming proper legislation.
Okay, you said that normally at times legislative assembly takes some hasty decisions. Why should they take hasty decisions? Because they know that ultimately the people will be thrown out in next election. Why should they take hasty decisions?
Sir, it might be due to populist nature because people are there to elect them. So to attract more people to with their schemes and legislation, they might pass on this decision.
Okay. Kaushalendra, a question. You have fallen in love with your boss. Suppose you have got into this service, Bihar administrative service, and you have fallen in love with your boss, immediate boss, and she does not like you because you are incompetent. How will you handle this situation? Because you are in love, so obviously the heart drives more than your mind. So how are you going to handle this situation?
Sir, yes, of course, I will express my feeling if I have genuine feeling for.
Where will you share it with her? In office?
Maybe I will ask for it. Yeah, I want to talk personally.
Personally?
Personally.
You're asking your boss?
Maybe politely.
Like
sir, I
outside
can ask.
in a coffee shop we are meeting and we'll be discussing about something official.
Sir, obviously that depends on the situation whether I will be able to make it or not. Because if
If she
boss
says
is-
that no, nothing, I'm not going anywhere, whatever you want to say, you say it right now here in office. Because obviously she is your boss, why should she,
Sir, I think if I see that she also has some kind of feeling that
she
will-
doesn't have, she hates you. You are incompetent.
so sir, I have no right to disturb her in their life because they have their right to live their life according to their own choice.
Okay, Kaushalendra, in Bihar, COVID-19 cases are not in that, but like in Delhi, it is not has been increasing. But in Bihar, it's not like that. What are the possible reasons, the differences between these two areas? In Delhi, it's increasing, but in Bihar, it's as compared to Delhi, it's little bit low. What are the reasons?
Sir, there could be multiple reasons. Sir. One, that scientists expect that in these regions, especially the immunity system of residents are very good. Might be because they are prone to this kind of disease or these kind of vulnerable situations.
Do you mean to say that the people of Bihar, they've got better immunity power as compared to the people of Delhi?
As
Or the
scientists
people who are
expect,
there, the people from there, Bihar who are there in Delhi, they're not getting affected by COVID.
sir, they are affected because they are staying in such a situation where this kind of antigen attack on the body is very common. So it might help in having a good immunity system. But apart from that, sir, there could be reporting in data, mishandling of data also, which could lead to less reporting of number of cases.
Okay, Kaushal.
Also, like we talked about immunity. How many types of immunity are there?
Sir, immunity could be acquired or it could be innate.
And what's the difference?
Sir, acquired immunity is something which we develop throughout the life, but innate immunity is something which develops from the birth.
Tell me about the vaccine. How many types of vaccine are there?
Sir, exactly what type of vaccine are you?
No, I'm not doing it. So, since the subject is chemistry, I think your honors is also chemistry, isn't it? You have done masters in chemistry, isn't it?
Yes.
So, tell me, this year's Nobel Prize in chemistry is given for what? And
Sir,
to whom?
Sir, this year Nobel Prize is given for CRISPR-Cas9.
What's that?
It's a genetic seizure, sir, which specifically cut down a specific portion of DNA, and those specific portion could be removed, which could be responsible for certain kind of disease in a person.
So, what is the name of that process? The removal of that particular genetic site have a specific name.
It's a genetic editing.
Genetic editing, and
Or
this is
gene
used.
editing.
Okay, and this is used with the tool of recombinant gene technology.
Yes.
So, what is that recombinant technology?
So it's not.
Okay. tell me something about 3D printing. You must have heard about it in science and technology. 3D printing is a process, and again, that's a process which is a mixture of chemistry as well as physics. So the tool of chemistry and physics is being used. So tell me in detail about 3D printing and what are the possibilities of what's the scope of 3D printing?
Sir, as far as I know, sir, 3D printing is some specific kind of technology which could help in designing a specific kind of organ, body organ, which is required for transplantation. And this specific kind of 3D, through the way of 3D printing.
Tell me something about the rainwater harvesting system. Suppose you are making a house and you want to install a rainwater harvesting system in your own house. So, from day one to the final step, what are the stepwise pattern which you are going to follow for rainwater harvesting? And also, along with that, tell me that Bihar government provide some rebate on rainwater harvesting now? If you have done the rainwater harvesting, they provide some rebate on the tax, the total tax which you have to pay, the holding tax on the houses. So, what are that?
Sir, for rainwater water harvesting, we have to collect the rain that is falling on the mainly roof area, and we have to collect at a place. Then it is passed through some kind of filters, and then it is poured underground to a storage.
So how will you pour it underground? You are just going to dig it and then you have to put the pipe.
No, sir, a specific kind of chambers has to be made.
What
to
kind
store
of chambers?
that I don't know.
Okay. How will you assess your present achievement since you are working? How will you assess your own present achievement? How will you, in the scale of 10, how will you put yourself into?
Sir, the kind of responsibility that I have been delegated by the secretariat, assembly secretariat, in that work, I think I will give myself 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. That's very great evaluation. But
The
yes.
reason is, sir, the secretariat is completely offline right now. But I am responsible for implementing NEVA project, National Union Application Project in Bihar Legislative Assembly Secretariat. So I am working tirelessly to somehow agree our political dispensation for this, and we are in the process that our DPR is about to be approved by some central ministries.
Good. So when I say that you present achievement, so that achievement also includes your family, the family responsibility which you have carried on, because that's the overall assessment of yourself.
Yes, sir.
So including everything. So how would you assess yourself? If you-
Sir, at present myself, I am in a marriage, so I stay with my parents at here only. So both my parents are retired. My father has retired from LDC post in Bihar Registration Department, and my mother has been working privately, but now she does not work because of health reasons. So I am taking care of them perfectly, sir, because I know cooking as my hobby. So I used to cook every day. I used to cook even in the morning and evening. So I don't think that there is any problem.
So you said you are presently not married. So what are your plans after marriage?
Sir, I have delegated this duty to my parents.
Achha, so plans after marriage has been delegated to parents,
No, sir.
or the plans of marriage.
Plans of marriage.
Plans of marriage. Okay, tell me, you are from Gaya, isn't it? So tell me something about the importance